Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Leddy. Yo, welcome to So Serious Gaming, and it's been a while. I ain't done a build video for a long time now because, as you know, we've had the 1.6 PTS, and we've all known 1.6 has been coming. So I haven't really felt the need to do one. So yeah, I've kind of missed doing them actually. I was getting bored of doing them because it was all I was doing. But I've kind of missed doing them because I haven't done them for so long. And now 1.6 is here. You know, I can start doing build videos again. And dude, as you can probably see, the MP7's back. Like, holy shit, it is back too. And I've got a SAS G, and dude, the SAS G wrecks. So yeah, this is my first build video, and I am currently running exotic and high-end hybrid, and dude, it is fucking amazing. It's seriously so strong. So yeah, I honestly do feel like this is potentially the strongest build, at least at the time being, because obviously there's other builds I haven't had chance to make and try out yet, but I do think this is definitely at least one of the top tier builds to go with, because it's seriously strong, seriously strong. So as you can see, I've got the MP7, 319.5 thousand DPS, 367,000 toughness, and 133,000 skill power. So the MP7 I've got has 21% critical hit chance, 19.2k base damage. It's come with deadly, responsive, and vicious. The mods I'm running: 110.5% magazine size, 3% crit chance, 5% rate of fire. You want crit chance, like just stat crit chance and crit damage. On console you don't need headshot damage as such. On PC, probably go for a bit more head damage over crit chance and crit damage because of the extra accuracy with a mouse. But on console, you definitely want to spec more for crit chance and crit damage because it will benefit you more due to having less accuracy with an analog stick as opposed to what you have with a mouse. Oh, cheers, thank you. I love it when they do that. They should not be able to knock you off what you're doing. Right, let's get back to looking at this after that rude cow decided to knock us off that. So yeah, the optics I'm running is a rugged mini reflex sight, 7.5% crit hit chance. I'm not sure if that's the highest. I haven't seen an 8%, so it's the highest I've seen. Critical hit damage, that is the highest you can get. Again, I've not seen anything higher than 4% crit hit damage unless it's been on the top stat, which I believe I've seen up to like 18% maybe. I could be wrong. But I know on some of the mods I have like 18-19% crit hit damage if it's on the top slot. And then on the bottom, I've got 4% crit hit chance and 5.5% headshot damage. The muzzle, again, 7.5% crit hit chance, 5.5% headshot damage, 4% crit hit damage, and reduced threat. The reduced threat is actually really helpful now because it actually works. The NPCs don't react to you in certain situations and things like that, so it's really handy. The small underbarrel, you want to make sure your top stat is crit hit damage because you're going to make the most use out of your crit hit chance the more you stack your crit hit damage, and I don't believe you can get crit hit chance on the underbarrels. I believe it's only crit damage. I could be wrong, but to my knowledge that's how it is. Reload speed is always really handy to go for on them. You know, reloading, if somebody's nearly dead, that extra little bit of reload speed could be the difference between them healing and them dying. My SAS G, 331.5% stagger, 111k base damage, which on a SAS G, that is insane. And then the talents are vicious, self-preserved, and unforgiving. Now, I had to roll vicious on the top one because it was an inactive perk. Ideally, I would take self-preserved out and put in something like responsive, to be honest, but it works, man. It still works, and you'll see in the clips that I'm going to put in that it melts, man. It just breaks faces. The magazine is 111% magazine size, 4.5% reload speed, and 5.6% rate of fire. It is the best one that I had available to use on this at the moment. I would ideally I would possibly switch the reload speed out for maybe crit hit chance, but you know, that's down to your personal preference. I mean, I'm happy with it. The rate of fire and the magazine size for me were the big things I needed for it. And then on the optics again, crit hit chance in the top when I would ideally like to have had crit hit damage instead of stability, but you know, that's cool. I'll take it for now until I get something else that I can use with crit hit chance and crit damage on there. And then 6% headshot damage. Now you may have noticed the camo that I have. I accidentally bought it. I was looking at the vendor and I pressed the wrong button, and yeah, I bought it. So now I'm stuck with this gemstone topaz, which looks okay, but if I was gonna accidentally purchase a camo, there is some others that I wish I would have actually accidentally bought. The pistol is mainly, I just mainly use it for the bleed, but you know, you can use medkits now to stop the bleed, so you know, it's probably something that's not really going to be used much now, but it comes with harmful and expert on it, and 12.6k base damage, crit hit chance, crit damage, headshot damage, reduced threat on the muzzle or the silencer, and solid electric green. I love that green. I'm only using the other camo on my other guns just because it's different and it's something I haven't used before. As you probably guessed, my chest piece is the Barrett's bulletproof vest. Now this is the one that I had in 1.5, but as you all know, we got refunds and they changed it all so that we could recalibrate things. So it's got health, enemy armor damage, increased kill XP. I needed health on it. I had to go with health because of how I was trying to do the build. I need health on that, and I think the two main ones you need health on, in my opinion, are your vest and your holster and possibly your backpack. But on my backpack I seem to be going for skill power at the moment because you need, obviously as you know now, you need the extra skill power. I'm not trying to go too strong on skill power because we tend to have a really good healer and skill build on our team, so we tend to rely more on him to heal us. We just have our heals as like an emergency backup kind of thing in between his heals, so which is ultra important now with the way medkits work. I'm going to do a video giving you guys some advice soon on the changes and how you can counter them and how they affect how you play and all that kind of stuff, because there's a lot of changes, and the medkits was one of the things that caught me out so many times and got me killed so many times because I'm not used to pressing the medkit and getting no health back. Like it screwed me over so many times. I would prefer to have had a slightly higher firearms roll, but it's over 1200, so it's acceptable. And the armor roll on it is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. So it's good for now. Enemy armor damage, health, increased kill XP. I've got stamina mods with health on them. And they're good rolls. They're high rolls, so they're really handy. I'm still running the Tenacious Mask. With enemy armor damage, damage to elites. Firearms mod again with health. You already know it's a shortbow knee pads. You are not using an exotic build or a high-end build or whatever without shortbow knee pads, man. These things are insanely good. I've got firearms on them again, health again, disorient resist, bleed resistance, and burn resistance. Firearms and health and turret health, because we used the shock turret last night just because we wanted to troll people. We just wanted to be dirty. That was all. But yeah, turret health, obviously if you want to use a pulse, you put pulse on. You could put, if you use Seeker Mine damage, healing station range or speed, whatever it is, you know. The holster, I'm using sturdy. Now there's a really good reason why I'm using sturdy over nimble. Due to the way that medkits work, I kind of feel sturdy because the way medkits work, it's kind of forcing you into cover a little bit more and increase armor by 15% when staying more than 4 seconds in the same cover. It's going to be really helpful. And also Banshee, you have to think Banshee. Banshee gives you 10% damage to players out of cover. So you're in cover, that negates that 10% damage. Then when you're rogue, somebody with Banshee deals 10% more damage against you, and if you kill that person, they get an extra 10% damage. So you enter cover, that's 10% of their damage done. Then when this procs, that's another 15%. So their Banshee now only gives them an extra 5% damage on you, as opposed to the 30% damage on you. So that's why I go with Sturdy, because we were finding a hell of a lot of Banshee players last night, and once you killed them, you could feel that extra 30% damage that they were dealing when you were out of cover, man. It was so brutal. And when you were in cover, you could feel the difference in that drop of their extra damage buffs based on Banshee. It just completely wiped them out, and it made their gear set basically completely useless. That, and as you can see, man, it is pure god roll. 1,000 armor, 1,264 firearms, 1,258 stamina, 1,248 electronics. Insane roll. And the health roll, again, is really good. I think you can get it up to 10k or just over 9k, I think it is. I could be wrong, but still, man, like the roll in general is just so good. And again, I put turret health on there because I was using the turret. Skull MC gloves, again, if you're doing a high-end build, you need Skull MC gloves for it to be viable, for it to work. Without them, the build is not going to be useful whatsoever. Savage gloves have nothing on these, seriously. So make sure if you want to do this build, you have Skull MC gloves. The Barrett's chest piece you could swap out for something like Rapid for faster cooldown on your healing. You could put Vigorous on there, something like that. But you need Skull MC gloves. Without them, this build won't work. The stamina roll could be higher. I'm happy with the armor roll, 952, so that's cool. Crit hit damage, crit chance, SMG damage. I wanted the MP7 to do as much damage as possible, and as you can see, it's doing nearly 20,000 damage on an MP7. Nearly 20k damage on an MP7. That's insane. Absolutely insane. I mean, I have a backup if I want to use a marksman and assault rifle, but it's all about the SMG, man. The MP7 is so goddamn melty, it is unbelievable. And as you probably guessed, it's a specialised backpack. It has to be a specialised backpack. In my opinion, it is more or less the only viable backpack to use, unless you're using something to like help you with healing your skills or something like that. But all in all, you need specialised, especially with how important skill power is. It's got a good stamina roll on it. The armour roll's good. I rolled for skill power on it just to give me that extra bit of a heal, and I've got 55% ammo capacity. I got firearms mod with health, first aid self-heal, and I don't even know why Seeker Mine damage is on there. That's supposed to be first aid self-heal as well. What I tend to do is have 2 first aid self-heal mods, and then I'll have 2 mods that relate to the skill that I'm using. That's generally how I do it. 2 for healing and 2 for the skill that I'm using. So that's the build. Let's have a look at the numbers. So that's the sidearm. We don't want to look at the sidearm stats because they're completely useless. Now the crit chance on the MP7 is so good, 54.5%. I have an Alpha Bridge build where my crit chance on my MP7 is 58%. And as you know, the cap on crit chance is 60%. So I'm super close to the cap, and that is without a pulse. The crit damage is 82%, headshot damage is 61%. Weapon damage 19,192, which, like I say, on an MP7, that is an insane amount of damage to be dealing on somebody. I love it when this menu goes up and down on its own. So yeah, the enemy armor damage is 12.5%, so it's not super high, but honestly, man, it doesn't make all that much difference. It really doesn't. Like I said, this build, it still melts. Like, the MP7 is so strong now because of the changes. It's just so good. Toughness is 367,955, as you know. 247,161 is my health pool. My armour is 7,848, which is 32.83% weapon damage is mitigated. Which again, because you don't get to put armour on mods and things like that, Sturdy is really good regardless of whether a player uses Banshee or not, because if you're in cover, that's 15% more armour on top of what you already have. So, super helpful. My health regen, 12.3k. bleed resistance 31%, burn resistance 32%, disorient resistance 28%. Yeah, I mean that's all the talents that I'm using now because of how medkits work. Before you would use critical save, so when you went into the last bar of health, you would proc your medkit for your critical save and tenacious if you've got the tenacious mask. Then you'd pop booster shot for the 2 damage resistances. Now, if you go into the last segment of health now and you pop a medkit, you're not going to get any health. It gradually builds up. It doesn't give you like a base pool when you pop a medkit. It just gradually fills up. So waiting to go into that last bar of health to proc a medkit is, in my opinion, not worth it. It's really not worth it because of the way it goes. You're going to take more damage faster than you can heal, and 9 times out of 10 you're going to end up dead. So I've completely removed critical save. I don't know why I went to combat medic there. I've completely taken it off because I just don't find it useful anymore because of, like I say, the way medkits work. So instead now I've always run adrenaline. If I'm in a team, I'd always run triage. If I wasn't in a team, I'd switch it up for perhaps a skill related, a talent relating to the skill that I'm using, something like that. And I still use on the move. It's been nerfed, but it's still handy. You know, damage resistance is damage resistance, so it is what it is. And because I've got the short bow knee pads, I'm using chain reaction. Now, with the shock turret, I may use fear tactics, although I noticed last night fear tactics wasn't working. It never ever shocked more than 1 player at a time, so I don't know if that was just bugged or if I was just getting unlucky and just not getting the percentages on my side or what, I don't know. But yeah, that wasn't working. What you could use to help with your cooldowns is strike back if you wanted. Reach low health to reduce active skill cooldowns by 20%. Combining that with triage could potentially help counter the changes they've made in the skill cooldowns. So that could be something else that you may want to use. Obviously, if you use a flame turret, you go with wildfire. There's a few options you can use, but for me, you know, with the build, the short bow knee pads, you know, chain reactions really helpful. But like I say, strike back as well is also really useful. You can use combat medic, or you could use battle buddy. If you're in a team, we have a guy on our team who always runs battle buddy, and he's our healer. So if we need health, he pops a medkit, and we get the health from that as well as him. So that's always handy. That's about it for the build, guys. I mean, like I say, I don't run booster shot anymore because of the nerf to booster shot, and obviously the nerf to heals. You don't get as much heal anymore, so I run overdose now, and you know, it gives me a decent heal even with what I've got. It'll take me from the last bar of health and put me into the last bar of health. Might not take me like from low health to full health like it might have done in the past, but it takes me up enough to be able to survive. And then once I've popped my heal from the low health, I can pop a med kit, which will obviously activate tenacious, and my MP7 deals even more damage. So that's pretty much it. Like, I literally threw this together with the pieces that I already had. I didn't do anything. I didn't go opening caches for any of this. This was just stuff that I already had lying around. I just wanted to throw a build together, get into the DZ, and just get a feel for the changes and just see how it plays and things like that. And dude, I had so much fun with this. It was so enjoyable. It's super melty. The MP7 absolutely shreds, and I'm really glad to see SMGs back. Like, SMGs are genuinely viable. Assault rifles are still viable. I ran this build with a Lavoa as my secondary and with the Bullfrog, which used to be the FAMAS, as my secondary, and actually they both melted. Both of them melted. So, you know, you can switch it up as you want, but for me right now, man, like, I got bored of using assault rifles, and I've not really used shotguns apart from the M870 a little bit with the Alpha Bridge shotgun meta. And dude, the SASG's fun as hell to use. Like, people don't expect you to come in there, like, just come up in their face with a sausage and just go bum 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 bum, and they're done. It's game over for them. Like, they just can't do anything. And the MP7, like, is just so strong now. It's so good. So yeah, guys, I'm just gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna go to some gameplay, let you guys enjoy it, let you see it in action, and yeah, just try this build out, guys. If you haven't got the gear already, I highly suggest you go farm for these pieces. You could put Pharaoh's mask on or Bliss's holster, but for me, this is the perfect setup. I like this. They all have the uses, and Pharaoh's mask is very, very situational. Whereas Tenacious, you can use it at full health if you want. If you just want the extra damage buff, you can pop a medkit at full health because it's used to use them now to remove status effects, so you can use them at full health. So if you wanted the extra damage buff, you could pop a medkit at full health and you get your Tenacious damage buff. So it's super, super helpful. And Sturdy, for me, I think is going to be more effective than using the Bliss holster. So yeah. But yo guys, I'm going to switch over to some gameplay. Yeah, enjoy it, guys. If don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, drop your comments below, let me know what you think. Let me know if you're running a similar build or the same build. If you're not and you try it out, let me know what you think. If you've got any builds you would like me to put together, I've got a couple of other builds that I've started on already. I've got one that's finished, which is super good, actually. It's really good. But I still think this is a little bit, I think this is stronger, but it's still really good. But yeah, guys, like I say, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, drop your comments below, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe for more build videos, gameplays, hints and tips, all that good stuff. Yeah, I'll catch you guys in another video. Have a great day. Enjoy the gameplay that's coming up. And yeah, have a great day, guys. Peace. Oh, I did.
A member of your team has disadvantaged an affiliation. The team will be
Nice. Strike. Down goes Fraser. Oh shit. Fuck the NPCs, I've got players over here. Ooh, schmelted. My heel bugging. Dude, that Sash G though. Ooh, they are not ready for that Sash G though. Holy shit. The Sash G hurts. I'm gonna rape him with my sausage. There's a heal down if you need it. Nope. Nope. Focus that guy on the right. No, you're not. You weren't ready for the sausage to the face, yo. Oh, I really don't like this hip fire camera though. I'm gonna try my SAS G. Yeah. Dude, that SAS G actually hurts. That hurt him. Oh, dude. SAS G though. The SAS G though. Yo, where is the supply drop? Oh, it's on the right there. Did you see that guy fly though? Holy shit, dude.